Our genes are not our destiny. They are not a fixed life sentence handed down from your ancestors. Every emotion, every thought, every habit has an effect on your genetic expression. This is known as epigenetics, and it is one of the most powerful cheat codes available to the simulator. Epigenetics refers to a change in gene expression that doesn't directly involve a change in DNA. See, we once thought that genetics were the key to understanding the future of a human being. Understand the gene patterns, and you would know what diseases and what your future would be. Well, the entire human genome was mapped in 2003. And shockingly, it barely told us anything at all. That's because now we know the truth. The DNA exists in the dark, but essentially, it is our habits, it is our lifestyle, it is our environment that acts as switches and turns different parts of our DNA on or off. There's a lot of evidence that shows how we affect our epigenetic expression. A study in 2013 showed that sleep was absolutely critical. The individuals had less than 6 hours of sleep for the entire week, something probably you've had quite a few times in your life. Had a difference in 711 different genes. These genes were things like stress reduction and metabolism. Another study showed that foods high in polyphenols, such as berries, green tea, turmeric, had a positive effect on the epigenetic patterns, what's known as methylation. Other studies have shown things like movement positively affects epigenetic expression. So we know that we change our gene expression, and that is more important than the DNA itself. So, how do you change your epigenetics? First of all, you want to focus on sleep. Sleep like it's your full time job because, frankly, it is. Sleep is when your conscious renews itself every day. So, you sleep best when it's cold, between 60 and 70 degrees, when it's dark, and when it's quiet. If it's not dark and quiet, wear a sleep mask or earplugs to help you out. Also, it's very important to keep the same bedtime every day. This shows our brain it's safe and helps us fall asleep much easier. You also want to focus on your diet. People overcomplicate this, but really, the closer it is to what you would find on the ground, the better it's going to be for your biology. This means when you're at the grocery store, you want to mainly buy from the perimeter of the grocery store, not the center. The last step to have a positive influence on your epigenetics is stress. Stress is something that we all face every single day, but you want to keep two words in front of your mind at all times. and that is stay calm. Stress is like rocket fuel for disease ridden genes. But if we stay calm through things like journaling or mindfulness, cheat code 4, we essentially turn off those disease ridden genes. You also want to limit your external stressors. This means you don't want to smoke, you don't want to drink, or drink very little if you do, and limit exposure to environmental toxins. We once believed that genetics were the key to understanding the future of a human being. But the architect knows that it's our choices, it's our environment, it's our habits that actually express the genes we want. This was one cheat code. New episodes drop every Sunday. So if you're tired of living by the phrase, this is just who I am, if you're ready to stop being a simulation and actually start being the simulator of your reality, stick around. Our next cheat code will drop next Sunday. Let's keep hacking the simulation.